Hey everyone, this is week 7. I should have updated yesterday, so apologize that it's a day late. But I guess first I'll just say that I had my doctor's appointment and it went really well. And he had a hard time feeling my uterus because I actually have a tilted uterus, which isn't a big deal. 20% of women have it. And all it means is say that here's your stomach and here's your bladder. And so like, here's your bladder. And most women's uteruses are kind of like this, boop, like right over it. And mine does this. So it's not really backwards, even though they call it backwards, it's just kind of up. And what'll happen is by about 12 weeks it'll fall back where it should be. But anyway, so because it's like this, he was trying to feel it and he was like, had to push so hard to like get to it, and he was like, oh, there it is, yeah, I think it's enlarged. And I was just kind of like, yeah, really? You think maybe something's growing in there? But anyway, it went really well. They didn't do my ultrasound, so I was really sad, but they're doing it tomorrow. So it's not like I had to wait that long, but I was still disappointed because I was really looking forward to it. So anyway, we told the doctor we were going to Egypt, and he just gave me advice. You should have seen his face when we told him. He was kind of like, well, and then he dived right in. And he basically just said the same things that you're supposed to be careful about going there anyway, like about not drinking the water. He just said in my situation, just needed to be particularly careful and don't take chances. And I think part of the reason for that is if I was further along, they wouldn't worry as much. But because I'll be 8 to 10 weeks, you're still kind of in prime miscarry time. And so, sometimes if you get really ill, it may not be detrimental to you, like you'll survive, but it could trigger a miscarriage. And so, obviously don't want that to happen. So you would just like be really careful and, use good judgment, and don't drink the water, eat the ice, or like eat salad because it's been washed in the water. Only eat fruit that I can peel. Don't eat from a street vendor. Make sure my meat's cooked all the way. Don't eat any seafood there, blah, 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 blah. So, oh, and to walk around on the plane because apparently when you're pregnant, you're more at risk for blood clots or something. So I was like, what? But regardless, I will. So anyway, in terms of like my symptoms, kind of the same as last week. I'm still nauseous every day, but not horribly. It's not like that's fun. It's not fun to just feel off every day. But at the same time, like I said last week, it could be a lot worse, and I'm not throwing up or anything. So. And then besides that, I thought I was lucky because I wasn't really that tired, but it's definitely kicked in. Today I took a nap, and I actually hate taking naps because, I know some people love them, but when I take a nap, whenever I wake up after it, I always feel worse. Like I feel groggy, I feel like I wasted part of my day. I don't like taking naps at all, but I was so tired that I just crawled into bed. So, that's going to be fun in Egypt. Although, like my husband and I were saying, I'll probably be so excited there that I'll have more energy just naturally. And so anyway, so that'll be fine. But yeah, so more tired. The chest area is definitely very sore. There has been growth there, so I'm going to need new bras. I can already tell. It's funny though, it's like I don't really want to get one yet because I'm sure they're not done growing, but at the same time, it's like kind of the cup spilleth over, so whatever, don't know what to do about that, but I'll figure it out. And then, yeah, I get really sick feeling when I'm hungry. So, definitely like if my stomach seems like as soon as my stomach's empty, like I'm instantly like sick. So, try to keep stuff in my stomach. And actually people had recommended anything with ginger in it, and I was kind of like, okay, yeah, ginger, whatever. Well, I finally got just some ginger snaps because I like them anyway, and I was like, well, we'll try it. It definitely helped, and maybe it was in my head, but even if it was, it doesn't matter because it worked. And, it wasn't like a miracle cure. It wasn't like I instantly felt perfect, but definitely felt better after eating those. And so I'm going to make little baggies of them and take them to Egypt with us. And that way I can kind of eat wherever we're at. Or if like the food's sketchy, I can just eat my ginger snaps instead. So that's cool. And then let's see. Well, while I was at the doctor's office, I got a fun little goodie bag, which I thought was really cool. It's always fun to get something, even if it's just full of stuff that's not that exciting. Like this had a bunch of like multivitamin and prenatal vitamin samples. It has a weekly planner, which I was like, smart. It had, all these pamphlets on, breastfeeding and things like that, as well as charts of their classes, which obviously since we're moving, I'll be switching doctors, so I can't really use those, but still. And it even had this like, this unfolding thing here. It's like a travel formula kit. So, this is really fun. And I told Kyle, I was like, ooh, since I have to go to a new doctor, maybe I'll get a new welcome kit. It's a new doctor. So I like getting stuff. Who doesn't? So that's fun. Stuff that we bought. I told myself when I first got pregnant that I wouldn't, you know, run out and get tons of things because I don't blame people when they do that, because how can you not? You get really excited. But I was like, I'm going to be good. I'm not going to do that. So about the only thing we got is we did find this Your Pregnancy Week by Week, which we like looking up what's happening with the baby, and well, and I like knowing what's happening with my body week by week. But right now I look it up on the internet. So this is really cool. It's very kind of textbookish, which might sound boring to some people, but for us it's actually really good because we like just lots of information, and that works for my husband too. Like, he responds better to things like that. So this is really cool and full of tons of stuff, and so that's awesome. And then I wanted something that was like one of those pregnancy books, but I knew I probably wouldn't utilize one of the memory books completely. And so my personality, I'm a planning person, and I like, you know, to keep organizers and to track things and make lists and, you know, just whatever, plan for everything. And so I found this, and I'll write it in the side, but it's called 40 Weeks. And it is your essential pregnancy organizer, and it's really cool. It still has information, which is awesome, and then it also has some places for memory stuff still, like, you know, where were you when you were first found out, what was the date. It has a couple places for ultrasound pictures, so it still has some of the memory aspects, but in general, it's got things like checklist for every week, and then, you know, calendars for your months that you fill in. It's really cool. It has, I mean, it even has a section with tons of little like groupings for recording every prenatal visit you go to. It has sections for like interviewing, you know, a midwife or your doctor, just all kinds of stuff like that. And then it has checklists for the hospital. It has, then right after you have the baby, it has things like a feeding chart, and before the baby, it has things like, you know, a fetal movement chart, you know, kick chart or whatever. It's really cool. It's right in my alley, and plus, like, it's more discreet, but still really cute. I just really like it. I'm a fan. And then as far as, that's one issue I guess I've been having is like and I've seen a lot of pregnant women, they send to around 6 to 12 weeks. It gets kind of awkward because you're starting to get bigger, but it's very subtle. So like the rest of the world doesn't really know, but like you kind of know, like your clothes are tighter, but you don't have a baby bump yet. You know, you're not really looking pregnant. You just start to like, to me, I feel like I'm just starting to get a little fat, and I've definitely been a little uncomfortable with that. I have no problem gaining weight for pregnancy, but just this awkward stage right now, I'm not liking at all. And because I haven't really gained much weight, but yet my pants are a little tight, and I'm like, really? This early? And then I look stuff up, and apparently, like, yeah, it's normal, but I just feel like it isn't. So to make me feel better, we went and we got a Bee Bella Band, which is just the Bella Band, but it's their Target brand. So Bella Band makes it, but it's called Bee, like B-E. So anyway, and you just wear this with your pants unbuttoned, and it's really comfortable, and I like it a lot. And then I haven't bought any maternity clothes yet because I just don't need them, but I did buy like these really cute casual shirts, and I just bought them like, I guess, a size big. And the reason I like these because they don't look that special, but they have this band at the bottom. Well, one, they're really soft. They have this band at the bottom, and so you've got the bottom band. Well, this part here can kind of like, there's room for it to stick out. So it's kind of like a good grow into maternity shirt that's not too maternity-ish. And it'll be good in Egypt too, because in Egypt it's going to be cool at night but warm during the day. So I can like push the sleeves up during the day and then roll them down at night. So that's all I've got so far, which is good. You know, I shouldn't have a lot more than that. But anyway, so that's all for week 7, and I may post ultrasound stuff after I get it tomorrow, but more than likely I'll wait and do it next week. So anyway, I guess that's it for now, and I will see everybody at 8 weeks.